つまり翼を持った馬になる。すなわち
嘘、素敵。ペガサス？
そう、ペガサス。
I'm starting to realize that the PlayStation 5 really has no games on it right now. And do you want to know how I know that that's the case? Because the goddamn PlayStation fanboys have turned to making their own games on Twitter. For the love of God, Jim Ryan, I get that you want to cater to us PC guys, but honestly, we got our hands full. You gotta go help those guys. They're losing their minds. They're so fucking bored that the console wars are keeping them entertained more on social media than fucking Ratchet and Clank. So good job, Sony. Maybe you can make something that distracts them for, I don't know, what, 1 hour? Because do you want to know what happens when you leave PlayStation fanboys unattended for so long, Sony? They get twice as retarded and start doing a bunch of stupid shit. I mean, it speaks volumes when you can leave a toddler unattended for a longer period of time than a PlayStation fanboy. How do I know that? Because if you leave a toddler unattended, I can guarantee you they're not going to destroy the room because a PlayStation game went to PC. They're not going to send rape threat emails to employees. They're not going to dox people. And if they do cry, it won't be over video games. And if they do piss and shit themselves, at least you'll know it's because they don't know any better.
He peed on the carpet.
Do I hit him?
There being nothing on PlayStation 5 has driven them to pure insanity. Maybe that's why the salt has come out so potent. Who fucking knows? I'll figure it out eventually. I got time for that. Well anyways, while Daddy Jim was attending the PC Gamers, it seems that IGN put up a poll asking what people think is better, God of War 2018 or Skyrim. I mean, we all have to be real with ourselves here. Skyrim without mods, without enhancements, and without updated versions is a pretty fucking mediocre game.
I just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him.
With horrendous combat, a pretty shitty storyline, but a lot of fun side quests. God of War, however, I can't deny is a fucking masterpiece. Maybe what I'm saying will upset some of you, but the ones you should really be upset at are IGN for choosing to put Skyrim in this poll instead of a better Elder Scrolls game. Because if this was Morrowind versus God of War 2018, I'd be laughing at God of War. But instead, they chose Skyrim, and it seems the majority agree that God of War 2018 is the better game. Well, I'm not going to say majority, because this is an IGN poll with over 25,000 votes, so should anybody be taking it so goddamn serious?
From its now cherished characters, expertly crafted maps, and outstanding sound design, it's a masterpiece of competitive gameplay. Most importantly of all though, it's never stopped being ridiculously fun after all these years. All of these factors combine to make Overwatch a singularly special shooter, and one that I would recommend to anyone without hesitation.
I've even seen Xbox throw a fit over something as stupid as an IGN poll. But the ponies, however, they're the ones who are the most bored out of anybody because they have no games. So they took this as some sort of victory for PlayStation. Even though Skyrim is on PlayStation, but you know, pony logic. Skyrim is a fucking great game.
And you can't do that. You have
Why
to go,
can't I do that?
You have to go by where, look.
He had to say it out of respect because of how God of War 2018 beaten its butt in this week's IGN polls. It was embarrassing for Skyrim. He just loves swinging on Xbox and Phil Spencer's ballsack. He's thinking of his retirement. That was an easy life now. Why doesn't he just apply for a job making half-R60 rated games?
I don't know if I'm gonna sound okay on the phones because I can't.
You see, he just needs a day to grieve, have a good cry. We all just need probably a good cry, just a day.
You were gonna
One
cry
day.
too, though,
No,
right?
I'm gonna cry. I'm probably gonna.
See, he's crying too now.
Yes.
How dare this former writer for God of War compliment Skyrim? Microsoft shill! You goddamn Microsoft shill! You just want to work for Microsoft! Where the fuck do the ponies get this idea that complimenting Skyrim makes you a Microsoft shill? Skyrim is on PlayStation and has been since 2011. I get that you're all very salty the next Elder Scrolls games won't be on PlayStation, but that doesn't by default mean you have to be anti-Skyrim. Just because he chooses not to participate in this petty discussion, he's now shielding Skyrim and is a Microsoft shill and swings on the ball sack of Phil Spencer. It's impossible for him to like Skyrim somehow. I thought that was impossible too, but then I met hundreds of people who actually really love vanilla Skyrim, and just like with The Last of Us 2, it's just an odd reality we have to live with. And I mean, obviously, it's Daddy Frit's job to call out the ponies on this bullshit. You just never really expect them to turn around and then call you a racist for doing that. I guess they just really hate being reminded that there's no games for them for the rest of this year.
When you compliment Skyrim, you're not allowed to include anything Bethesda didn't add to it. Mods don't count for shit. That's the fanbase's credit, not the actual games.
Base game without any mod support.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Lord have mercy, you didn't have to ratio him like that. At least let him walk out on his own. I don't want to have to carry him out of here. It is true that Skyrim scored a 96 on Metacritic when it first released, so I don't know what to tell the ponies. They're constantly defending Metacritic scores when it comes to The Last of Us 2. Are they going to say that the reviewers were wrong here? That they were bought out Xbox shills? Or what? Metacritic doesn't count now? There really is no way for them to squeeze out of this one. You're going to have to take the L, good sir, and you're going to like it. Oh god, what else did the ponies do this week when Sony wasn't looking? Oh yeah, that's right. We can no longer call them ponies, because in a recent turn of events, it seems that the Sony ponies have chosen to finally evolve, go beyond all limits, and reach a new form, far more powerful and capable of producing more salt than any of their previous forms. You remember everybody's favorite PlayStation fanboy, specifically the 60-year-old one that played dolls with his controllers? It turns out that this grandpa went out of his way to make his own custom website for people to pledge their allegiance to the holy trinity of the new PlayStation Pegasus cult. That's right, no longer ponies, they have shed their skin, spread their wings, and are now Pegasus. I hereby state that I do solemnly swear to uphold the integrity of Pegasus Nation.
Fuck those guys. They ain't got no integrity.
And by signing below, I agree to never complain about paying for games, no matter the cost or publisher therein. I must also engage with my fellow Pegasus brothers and sisters and defend them against all, but not limited to, bots, bot ultras, Nintendo Bros, PC Master Race, and all other extremist fan babies. I also understand that I am expected, not that it's hard, to enjoy all AAA bangers bestowed upon us by PlayStation and its partners therein. I may also enjoy AAA titles from other publishers / consoles, just so long as they're at or above the same quality as mentioned above. I will never blindly defend PlayStation if they do wrong, but will voice my displeasure toward the appropriate persons responsible and will request the problem be fixed promptly and efficiently. If approached by anyone with undue foolishness, especially on them Twitter streets, they should be met with swift fury and immediately blocked into oblivion. To this, I swear.
Do solemnly swear to be a He-Man and hate women and not play with them or talk to them unless I have to. And especially never fall in love. And if I do, may I die slowly and painfully and suffer for hours or until I scream bloody murder. Do solemnly swear to be a He-Man.
Mother of God, Jim Ryan, what have you done? Sony, what have you done? Do you not understand the immeasurable amount of damage you have done to this earth by denying ponies what they want? They've gone and formed their own little social clubs. They have no guidance. Jim Ryan abandoned them, and this is what they resort to. This is what they're stuck with, and you gotta feel bad for them. Look, I'm not saying Xbox Nation or any of that bullshit's any better, but on the PlayStation side, the PlayStation Legion gamers, led by sexual predator, JTech TV, and now you have the Pegasus Nation, led by a 60-year-old man who probably can't walk that much anymore, and most likely falls asleep when he plays video games. Options aren't exactly the best on that side. But let's just take a look at some of these pledges, because oh my god, I don't think ponies could uphold a single one of these. Let's see, the first pledge is to agree to never complain about paying for games, no matter the cost or publisher. Okay, I believe ponies can uphold that one. I mean, come on. They're salty about paying more, but they will never say no. I mean, you don't have to sign a contract for that one. They'll do it by default, don't worry. Let's see, they also must engage with fellow Pegasus brothers and sisters and defend them at all costs against other extremist fan bases. I mean, they already do that. They didn't need a contract for that either. Hell, they'll sign it even if the pony is wrong and is ratioed out of the neighborhood. They'll still stand by them. Hell, they took in Crap Gamer, so I'm pretty sure they can uphold this one. Let's see, and they're also expected to enjoy every single AAA game that Sony gives them. They're also allowed to enjoy other AAA games by other publishers as long as it meets the same requirements. I mean, automatically, if you sign this, you're a goddamn fucking cock. I don't know who the hell would sign a piece of paper that tells them what they can and can't enjoy, or tells them they must enjoy something no matter what. They're also requested to never blindly defend PlayStation if they do wrong, but they can at least voice their displeasures towards the appropriate people. Okay, that one, I want to see a pony sign with fucking blood. There ain't no way they're upholding that one. How the fuck can you demand people never blindly defend PlayStation, but then tell them above they can never complain about game prices? I understand that Optimus is in his 60s, and he may be going through dementia, but there's no way his caregiver could have missed this mistake. That last part about making sure they block people into oblivion on the Twitter streets, yeah, no, they already do that. This Royal Order of Pegasus Nation is more inconsistent than the 10 Commandments. Oh, but it gets worse, because if you sign now and pledge your allegiance to the Royal Order of Pegasus Nation, you will be able to order and buy their official shirts. And what's more, this amazing masterpiece is worn by the creator himself, Optimus Code.
Hey, mister, could you throw the ball back over here?
Hey, how's about I join you kids?
That's okay. You can keep it. Why do old people always have to ruin the fun?
Stop and think for a second, okay? This is a 60-year-old man who formed his own club around a console with some of the most childish demands you have ever seen, and he wants you to write your name in print and pledge your allegiance to this absurdity. 60-year-old man spends all of his retired time having arguments with teenagers on the internet about plastic boxes. And he thinks that's so cool that he wants to make a club and sell shirts for it. I mean, it's kind of sad when you think about it. Erectile dysfunction, diabetes, knees giving out on you every time you stand up. I guess it feels good to be young again, even if it's in a creepy and an insanely uncomfortable way. I mean, obviously, when I think of PlayStation fanboys, I think of guns, bow and arrows, spiders, and hooks? Oh yeah, you know, we here at the Pegasus Nation go fucking hard, taking our Viagra, putting on our sleep apnea machine, and asking our grandchildren how iPhones work. Dear God, who in the fuck wants to be associated with this old fuck? Man is having trouble believing he's aging by the second. Oh my God, I can't, this is too much. This is too fucking much. This is what happens when Jim Ryan leaves the ponies unattended. The last thing I want to be seeing is a 300-pound, 60-year-old man with dreadlocks doing the peace sign wearing a PlayStation Pegasus shirt. I'm not going to call you guys Pegasus. Those things are actually pretty fucking tight. You guys aren't, especially if you're an old fuck like this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys reflect on what you just saw. So like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to. I'll be seeing you bitches in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.